back in 1997 when I left Prince Rupert to come out to work out on the oil patch. And when I got out here, I didn't know what I was getting into, and it was the anxiety of going into a new place and not knowing anybody.
When I first got here, I didn't really know what to expect. I was freaked out because I didn't really understand the amount of pressure that goes into completing the job.
E, F.
It was tough when I first came out. It took about 3 months to get used to being away from home for a period of time.
The first time I went to camp, within 3 days I was phoning my husband. I wanted to go home.
I was already on a 12-hour bus ride from Edmonton all the way up. It snowed, the bus broke down.
The first week wasn't so bad, but then the second week I wanted to go home. I just I don't know anybody.
I really enjoy working in camp. It's just hard to get used to. For the first week is hard, but it's good after a while.
There's plenty of different jobs to choose from, and depending on what company you're working for, and camp's great.
I was in a smaller organization, and we had a short orientation. It was right in the truck and away you go. And it wasn't until the end of the first day that I realized I was the only woman on camp.
It's just taking the first step, getting into that is the hardest part, but other than that, it just gets easier.
The way it is right now, it's pretty desirable. You just gotta want it. You gotta want to be there. You gotta want to improve yourself. You gotta want to have a different, better life.
That everybody goes through a lot of the same thing out here. The first thing is that deer in the headlights kind of feeling. You're really not sure what's going on.
The hours here are long, the days are long, you're in for a long period of time, and you're out of your normal element of being in your family, having access to things you normally have access to, whether it's people you know or just recreation that you normally do. So if you have a class that you're taking or a hobby that you do, you can't go to those things anymore. So you have to adjust and find new ways of doing those things.
I never thought that I would last 2 years, honestly. I thought, well, I'll try 6 months and see how it goes. And then I grew to like it because you're just here just to work. And if you keep your mind frame and not just, you're here just to work, that helps. And then you have your time and then you go home.
Some camps you won't be able to phone home, email, Facebook, or anything like that. Your time's very limited, so you have to be adaptable. You have to be emotionally and mentally strong.
We want to make it like a restaurant. There's no point in just throwing brown stuff on a plate and hoping that everybody gets enough. We actually want to make real food, happy food, things that keep you going. The one thing that most of our clients have in common is that the only thing they have going for them sometimes in the winter is a good hot meal and a comfortable bed.
By the third week, then I'd kind of gotten used to it. You get to know people because everybody's pretty friendly and tries to get you adjusted to the change. Because it's a big change. Social life is a big change.
Once I started and I started getting used to it, and I found that I really like being in camp and working in camp.